and welcome to part 4 of ANB Silver 20. The more astute of you might have noticed in the last episode when I was crafting my experience farming set that I right royally messed up. The items that I crafted, haste ability rate, fire damage, frost damage, and a regular bracer with the same stats, are somewhat lacking in the experience stat, so I had to craft new Talisman of Power, Fire Lily, Sash of the Igniter, and I had a go at a Bracer of Mastery and ended up with Frost Nova. But they've at least got experience, so that gives us at the moment no experience booster running, 988 as a base. That will improve when we get Jewellery. So what I want to do to start this video is I've made an initial gold farm set. We're not going to run too far with this, probably just one map. All I've got is ability rate extra gold. The jewellery is still exactly as it was for leveling up to 70, so ability rate extra gold, a regular trinket, ability rate extra gold, a fire lily with ability rate and extra gold, and then just regular ability rate extra gold gear there, movement speed extra gold, movement speed extra gold, ability rate extra gold, ability rate extra gold. So with a 200% booster at the moment we're getting 2316%. Did hit champion level 565 in the last 5 minutes of the experience booster, so power is on its way, having filled out haste. Defense is just life regen to go, and utility I've done ability rate. Movement speed is is on its way, and then it was going to be extra gold, but since we're doing a little bit of gold farming at this stage, let's take ability rate extra gold and movement speed into there. But before we jump in on what we're going to do, so the way I set about, let's just take a look at some rings. I'm just going to craft, we had about 90,000 gold, so I'm just going to stick in pretty much a full stash of that. Come over to here, I'm going to end up using probably 3 tabs here. One's going to be for one experience farm ring, one's going to be for another experience farm ring, and wherever else I will fill up with any extra gold rings that we get. So at the moment I'm just looking for things that we're going to need, and I'll just stick these in here. Let's try and organise them. Ability rate, we'll have 5 of those. Power we'll want as one of our 9s. That's a good ability rate. I try to order them so I have the highest value one on the left, and then they drop down in value, so if I find anything extra that I want I can just drop them in and reshuffle them. Experience, we're going to want 9 of those. We'll just run through what we've got here. 90 ability rate, now that's a useful one, that's a perfect value. It may or may not be perfect, to be honest. It's rounded, it might be a bit less than that, but since I'm going to be socketing with teardrops, I don't think I want to waste that one on just general purpose stuff. So I've stuck in the rough amethyst into that, just so I know that that one's a 90 ability rate, so that I can transfer that over to the main if I'm making perfect jewellery. Another one, I can, where did I put that? I instantly know that those are ability rates So we'll carry on in here. I'm doing them in there, am I? Armour, crit damage, haste, we want some of that. We'll make that our 4 stats, so we'll stick that one down there. Experience, that's a higher one. That's a lowish one. I'm going to stick that down there for now, so we'll have 9 experience rings. Life on hit, power, yes, we're having power. 83 is going to be about there in the grand scheme. That's going to end up about there. Extra gold, so I want to keep extra gold rings because we want 27 of those. We'll make 1 legendary per pure extra gold. So you need a lot of inventory space for this, which isn't particularly brilliant if you don't have the additional stash. I probably will be making a vitality in one of the jewelleries, so we'll stick that one in there. This one's going to be power, experience, ability rate and haste. So those are stats that I'm looking for. Another experience. I reckon 40 is going to end up about there. Power at 86, that's going to be around there. And the last one's crit damage. And then it's a case to sell off everything that's completely useless. Let's just salvage that junk so it's not using up space. We'll do one more stash worth. So I'm not going to waste gems picking out the stats that I want, unless we get to the point where we only need 1 and all the other jewellery is ready, in which case we can blow a couple of gems on those. So we'll carry on looking at this. Haste is down the bottom here, isn't it? We're having 4 of those. 73 is quite a low stat, so I've stuck that low. Vitality we were having over here. That's a low stat as well. They should probably be about there. Power back into here. 77 power is our lowest value. 73. Shuffle things around as we go. I'm looking for 9 power, 9 experience, 5 ability rate, 4 haste for this ring. There's an ability rate which was here. Extra gold. Right, I'll put that there so I know where it is. Chuck that in here. 44 is quite a high stat. 40 is going to end up down there somewhere. 43.8, that's not bad. $38.4 is not a great value. What's that? 38.9. My life on hit 38.7. We'll go to there. Are we down here now? 41.9 is not bad. $80 power is about there, isn't it? Extra gold is over on this one at 36.5. That's really low. Oh, done those ones, haven't we? 85 vitality. We'll go into there. And another. That's good. So anything above 72 will replace that. We want as higher values as possible without them being 90. Where did that go? Double clicking and it's shot off somewhere. 44, 43.3, 210, 82 vitality makes that our third best, and 82 vitality, which we know is better than that one, and more extra gold. So I will continue organising these off camera, and then we can see the fusing process once those are ready. We're low on gold at the moment, so we do need to go out and get some. So when you're low level, a nice handy place to start is Severed Mountain. I'm going to try, I think we're going to complete the quest anyway. So we're just going to run up here. I'm hoping that we have enough ability rate. That's the reason I went with ability rate rather than haste. So we get a nice blob of gold out of there, and now we're up to 38,000. So I made sure I've got the igneous and glaciers just for the shatter, fire lily just for the bonus damage. If I don't turn that in, I'm going to have to keep selecting here, aren't I? So we'll just keep running Severed Mountain to get some gold. Boom. Don't need to wait for all of it. Another thirst. So we're getting about 30,000 per run. That's quite nice. And of course we're earning for these first 5 runs. We'll get 10 gems as well. So frosting over those up the top. Our death from above will kill them. And that will do. Right there, and a couple more runs so you've got the idea. Once we've done this 20 times, it will give us random starts. So once we've got a bit more behind us and some better gear, we can run story through to World Force. Were we 139,000? So at this point I can sell that. We'll salvage that, and we have enough again to start the boring process of ploughing through these. I don't need to run off to the stash because I can look at it from there, can't I? Haste 87 down here is our new first place. 85 power, 86, 83, 75. It's not the worst yet, but close. I'll reorganise the extra gold ones as and when. 78 ability rate, I don't it does qualify. We'll stick that in there. 82 haste. We can throw that up into there. 79. My brain isn't working. Yes, it's better than that, and that's 81. So we'll do that. What was I doing here? I don't really need haste. Ability rate would be better for that one. 84 power, yes please. We'll come here. So any power less than 73 will go into the other ring for now. 90 haste, we're not going to waste that on general junk, if I can ever remember where I'm putting things. 83 vitality. Oh, that's over here, isn't it? Why is there a life regen? I must have clicked the wrong one over. Crit rating we don't want. 89 vitality, yes please. We don't need any more vitality, and we can shuffle that all the way up to the top. 76 ability rate. Our worst ability rate is 75, that's 78, so we'll stick that one up there. That one will go down there, and since I'm having ability rate on this ring as well, we'll stick that one in there. Since it's a low value, I'll keep it over to the right for now. We don't have crit damage. The 89 ability rate means I definitely want to keep that one. This one we shall bring over here. It's better than that one, so hopefully you get the idea. I'll start building up the second ring after I've got the jewellery that I want for the first ring. And then we get 77. Why is my brain so slow? 77, go there. 77 vitality. No, it's not getting used at all. Extra gold, so we want that one. Into there. Life on hit. Even more extra gold. 73 ability rate. Until we get something better. 85 vitality is our new worst one. Experience at 40.1. So at this stage all I need is one experience, and we've got one legendary ring almost ready to go. 73 power, 73, so we'll use that one up here as well. It's going to be 9 power, 9 experience, 5 ability, 4 vitality. 80 ability rate is... need to keep these in the correct order. That was down there, wasn't it? Shuffle them up there. That one can come over. That's our new best. 77 should be our best ability rate. 90. That's interesting that we've got 3 of those. If I had 3 brilliants to put with them, we'd probably come out with a 151 rather than 152 stat. Extra gold, we just chuck that in there for now. And what I'll do is pause the video while I just carry on doing that, and then we'll see where we are. And welcome back. So I'm not yet not in a position to create the gold farming jewellery, although we've got quite a bit of progress towards one ring. I do have all the rings ready for one general experience farm set and quite a few rings ready for the other. So what we'll do is just make our first set of general experience farm rings. So all these ones at the top of power, which I've got arranged in descending order, then we've got experience doing exactly the same, and then ability rate, and finally haste. So I'm going to arrange power here. We'll fuse these ones up first, and we should take, let's socket those. So since they're power, I'm going to add teardrop rubies to them. Now the reason I'm doing that is if I were to fuse this first slot, you'll see we'll get 114 power. But if I add in these teardrops, it will go up to 127, so it's a bit better to do that. So I'm just going to add teardrop rubies to our power rings, and we'll fuse all three of those. So 127, 124, 122, and again this would be 182 power. We can push that up a little bit, and now we're on 197, so we'll fuse that up, and we've got an epic power ready to go into our legendary EXP ring. Next up is experience. We've got 9 of these, and since we don't have any gemstones at all that relate to experience, there's nothing to socket into these. We don't want to add in additional stats because we get a bonus for a single stat ring when we do the fusing. So we'll just fuse these. You'll see if I add in something like that, 52.8, let's unsocket that, it's 58.1, so we'd lose quite a bit of experience by adding in some power to those, so we don't want to do that. And we'll fuse these up as well, and then the last set of 9 are these ability rates. So I'm going to put in some ability rate gemstones into those to get that bonus. Here we have 2 more ability rates, we'll add those in, and we'll take my worst haste and I'll add in the haste one for that, and these are 3 haste, so we will take those and add a teardrop haste to those ones. So I've been able to get all these teardrops because I ran trials with the currency booster, so we got extra gemstones drop. So I've fused the uncommons to, or the roughs to uncommon, and then, or common, and then the commons up to teardrop. We can fuse these. Where are we? So we've got ability rate, a mix of ability rate and haste, and then pure haste at the bottom. So we'll take ability rate into there. We can push our haste up a little so that they're going to be similar, and that last one is pure haste, so those are all together. We fuse those and we've ended up with the same amount of haste and ability rate, which is quite good. And they've got a bit of a choice as to what to do at this stage. We've got 210 power, nice experience actually for that. Haste and ability rate, not too bothered. Let's see if we can get power up a bit higher, so we'll add power to all 3 of these. 222, we'll take that. So there is our first legendary ring The power bit's not far off what we would get using the custom ephemeral cube, which is 225. Hasten ability rate would be 225 as well if I use the ephemerals, but it's not really going to add too much to the build once the other rings are in, so that's why I like to stick with these. So I can stick that away in the stash, ready with the experience gear, which is hidden in here somewhere, isn't it? I'll stick that down there for now until I found a better place for it. So I'm going to run down these 15 minutes at Severed Mountain, just keep collecting about 30,000 gold for each of these runs just coming through. I'll be dropping Frost Nova up on the top group, Immolate down there, stand on the chest, and a second shatter from Death from Above finishes everything off. And while we're floating in the air, the gold starts coming out. So if I just keep doing that, that will give me enough gold that I can carry on with the pulling rings out of the hat until we have enough to make the second experience ring, and hopefully some gold farming rings as well, and then I'll need to repeat the process for a necklace. So I shall pause the video for now and we'll meet back up when that's all done. And welcome back. I have managed to completely right royally mess up this ANB, but ignoring that for the moment, I'll explain why in a minute. I've decided I'm only going to go with epic gold farm jewellery, so we've got 84.6 on the necklace, 84.7 on one ring and 77.9 on the other. Not too bothered about those. In terms of the experience farming jewellery, that was the ring that we crafted earlier, and then using rejects from this ring, only that with slightly more power, slightly less ability rate and experience. Nice blob of vitality in there. And in terms of the necklace, everything's there ready to craft. Obviously I'm just going to keep hold of the 90s for the power, but we don't have enough gemstones to socket anything at the moment, so they're not getting fused up at this stage. In terms of stats, and for gold farming, we have 3,208% extra gold with the gold gear on. In terms of right royally messing up ANB, I was sitting there looking at the experience farming gear and I thought, let's have a go at trying to get a Death from Above bracer of mastery, forgetting I wasn't recording. Didn't note down any of the crafts. This 77's dropped out and it's with Immolate, which is not a good stat, but we might be able to get away with it for a bit anyway. But we're in the position at the moment where I won't be able to predict any crafts, which is a bit of a problem. I think what I'm going to do is just progress story for the rest of this episode. We'll get some gemstones along the way with that gold booster running, and then I will need to, next time out, try and hit experience farming quite hard, because I think, where are we today? Thursday, and we haven't really done much experience farming, so we're not exactly progressing very well with this. So lesson is, if you're going to take a long break from doing ANBs, don't do it as badly as I have. I think we can still meet our final targets. I might be able to recover my crafting position. I need to take a look at the online Pythia tool. It may yet give us back our, or let me recover the crafts that have been completed on the character if it's got some sort of API call or something. I don't know. I guess we're going to just run through for the rest of this clock. Might make this a long episode, but at least it puts us near a better gold farming map. Of course we can't run too far without Frost Nova running out, because we don't have ELR gear equipped. And the thing with ELR gear is that it increases the duration of northern wind, which we don't get from this. Let's just run through, get the story map done. So once Frost Nova's ready, which it is now, we can do some of this blowing up stuff. We'll grab this chest and the one that's just over the back here, because that is a big chest with lots of tasty gold in it. So although this isn't an efficient use of a gold booster, we are still picking up gold, but we're also getting gemstones as we go along, so that's going to help with being able to fuse up the remaining jewellery. Then we'll try and get back on track with ANB. This is just a run to the end if we can get out of that starting area. Do that as well. That's going to have broken up the lavadons on the other side into a small group, but not a problem. To wait here anyway. That last one and move on to the end of the level. That's a nice amount of gold, isn't it? That'll do. We've got the majority of it. Up to a fair amount again. Fiery pits, stand in the middle and just shoot everything from different directions. Restart video. I think either the last episode or the episode before that I was complaining about the game being completely unplayable. And after the app reset it was still terrible, and I found the problem in the settings with Potato PC. It had terrain resolution at auto, and it thinks that this PC is capable of doing anything other than low. No wonder I was lagging out on everything. We'll start off with our Frost Novas again. Not Frost Nova, Frost Bolt. There we are. One other thing to note is that Frostbolt, Arc Lightning and Death from Above are on their way to level 10. I'm thinking, because we're not particularly strong, that shall I reassign that haste to power? Probably not worth it. But yet another restart, because every time I do that and the bottom pops up, we will lag out when recording. Actually, we're not this time. Why not? I'll never understand this computer. Broken Dragon. At least we get World 1 done. I think this is just run to the end and kill the dragon. Well, not exactly kill, but defeat. Nice amounts of gold again from this level. Find a way of clicking through there. Let's just hope that Death from Above deals with that group. That's slightly annoying. Saint's alive back there. He didn't die. So we have, actually we can just do it from here, can't we? There we are. Robin inspected, Broken Dragon complete. On to World 2. Currents of the Ether. Talk to the dragon because we didn't kill it. And get across the map. Oh, I've got to talk to Maggie up here, who is near the end of the level. Let's grab that chest while we're here then. Let's grab all the chests. Oh, picking up some books as we go. Hello Maggie, have you met your two twin sisters, Maggie and Maggie, that are already in the team? That's not a bad amount of gold. Let's throw those books into there. It's looking slightly better. It's rubies that we're short of by quite a way still. How many do I need? 9, 12, 15 of them. So we're getting there. Once we have 15 teardrop rubies, we can make the last piece of experience farming jewellery. I think these are just across the maps, aren't they, at this stage? Well, yeah, we're not picking up rubbish along the way. Bit of a waste of time going for that chest, really, wasn't it? So the only reason I'm running story is that I'm trying to get as close to World 4, Map 4, so that later on we can do some proper gold farming. This one is going to get rid of those slow down things. Couple of chests. And I believe we're through that one. So 5 minutes to the end of the longest video. If you're still with me, thank you very much. How are we for diamonds? That's only going to be, yeah, 2 more. Not diamonds, rubies. Did I collect the quest? Yes, go to Canyon of Whispers, cross Canyon of Whispers. We'll ignore as much of the stuff as possible until we get slowed down too much. Thank you for running in the wrong direction. At least we have double shatter to deal with everything. That's why I went with the ability rate rather than haste. I thought having shatters would be more useful. It's not a bad amount of books we're getting here either. 18 hours plus another 3.5, 21.5 hours off. Here we are. Now ordinarily I run straight to the end of this map and then just do a shatter, so we'll see if we can do that with this character. Because this is one of those maps that you can break out of all too easily in multiple places and actually walk off the edge of the world. But it's ANB and we're not going to mess around doing silly things like that. Ooh. Strange pillar number 1, strange pillar number 2, or strange tank. And number 3, and on to the end. That looks like we can shatter our way through. Oh, we've gained a champion level. Woohoo! We'll throw those books in. Actually, we'll just keep hold of them for now. What I'll do is move them down there so I know where they are. This one is literally run to the end of the map. We'll blow some stuff up on the way just for gemstones and gold. No point. I mean, that is the reason why we're doing these, so. And everything blown up. Lots of tasty gold from this map. 3 minutes until the end of that booster. We've almost got 1 million gold. Scent of Homes. What I'm going to do to start, actually they can go off and do their own thing on this map. I am going to do my shortcut. Survive the ambush. We're going to glitch our way through here if we can, unless they've done a sneaky fix. Nope, there we go. And we've saved running 3/4 of the map. Companions will catch us up in about 10 minutes. Ooh. They are travelling at light speed, the correct way around the map. There they are. Thank you for catching up. Seriously? Things still alive. We'll just run to the end now. 2 shatters should deal with everything that's alive, and it hasn't. Why not? What could possibly have survived? Thank you. Since we've done that, we'll open those chests. Sell that. We have got 1 million gold. How are we on rubies? We'll take 2 more of those. So we need 6 more in order to make the jewellery. Kill that so we can get through that gate. We do have to collect the data logs. So these, you do want to collect them before reaching the end of the level, otherwise you'll have to run it all over again. The code can't handle you finding the data logs after completing the level, so it's one just to take your time on. It works out quicker, even if it feels like you're wasting time. One more to get, which is going to be where? Up here somewhere. There you are. Now we can run to the end of the level. Which is down here and across here. Let's just run to the room where we have to kill something to unlock the gate. since the gold booster has now run out, so we can finish up the video at the end of this level. So you still get a lot of gold come out because the gold booster was active at the start of that level, so it sets all the contents of those chests at that point. So even if it runs out, you still get the benefit of it during the rest of the level. We'll collect the quest, not that we're going to run it. We have that possibly to sell. So salvage this. We'll get the rest of those quite quickly next time out through trials. I'll throw those books into there. So where are we? 49 minutes in. We've got 1 million gold, which is quite nice. There is a gold farming set, however awkward it is. I'm going to switch that back to experience farming, and then I'll throw that one there. We'll take a quick look at the experience farm stats, and we can say goodbye. Horrible bracer of mastery mocking me. My own fault for not paying attention as we went along. That I will unstock it, and same with that. We'll make use of those in these for now. So without a necklace, which is going to finish off our stats, we've still got power's obviously going to rise quite a bit as we gain champion levels. Our haste is at 1881. We can ignore crit rate and crit damage, 5 hits per second, nice amount of fire and frost damage, so shatter and thermal shock both coming into play, which is what we want with Death from Above. Decent amount of vitality and life. Armour is bang on the nose for where I like to play. Life on hit is adequate. Ability rate now up to 1766, and we'll add a little bit more when we come to doing the final ring. And our base experience is at 1015. That's going to go up a little bit further, which will really help when we have an experience booster in play. So it's been a very long episode. If you made it all this way, thank you very much. Any questions or comments, feel free to put them down below, and thank you very much for watching.